Hello and welcome to this episode of No Blasters with me, Aaron Butler, R.I.P. Donald Sutherland. Here,
Who's Donald Sutherland?
oddball from Kelly's Hero.
Kiefer's dad.
Kiefer's dad. Anyway, listen.
Oh,
he's
right
been dead
enough.
for ages. By the time this goes out, he'd be fucking ready to rise again. Now here, let's.
That'd be cool if he did.
Imagine he was the Messiah. Anyway,
New
right.
season of 24.
So,
What? Is that not what he
they're
does?
both in the movie.
That's his son.
They're both in the
Okay.
movie A Time to Kill.
But
John
maybe-
Grisham.
Oh, right.
No. Anyway, here I just absolutely murdered the crack. But here, that's okay because I have reads to do. So
See, when you point at the cake, can you go, you know, like he does in the...
it's
Oh, like a thumbnail.
Oh, sorry. Like
Yeah.
So
wow, the Bee
today's
Gees.
episode, Arrow from Twilight,
That was good.
Michael Sheen. Anyway, listen. Today's episode is we'll talk about our guests in a minute. Today's episode is sponsored by the greatest bakery on God's green earth. That's Doogie's Goodies. This is an unbelievable, a jammy Doogie cake. And what they do is they make a big one, they slice it, you get a whole slice. I would say that would feed 6 to 8 normal people or 2 very hungry people, like in our house. And I would say this is a great wee selection. You can get these in garages and all now, so selected stores only. You can go on to doogiesgoodies.com, find out what shops are selling these. So this is like, we call this the wedding cake one, that one there. Then there's the chocolate French fancy, a raspberry French fancy, and another jammy doogie. Now, you can go on and buy these cakes. You can get all sorts on the website. The shop is in Ballymena, the big shop. They have all these other places now where they're selling it, so you can get this in Lisburn, you can get it in Portrush, you can get it in you can get it in the end of Blacks Road up at Woodburn Barracks at Big Spar there. They're doing it. Great times. Go over on to doogiesgoodies.com and check it out. You can get all sorts of cakes. You can get graphics put on the cakes. It's a brilliant thing. The cakes are absolutely phenomenal. The amount of people who've said they've travelled to it off the back of these ads and stuff and said it's a great time is unreal. So we love them. They love us. OG sponsors. Speaking of OG sponsors, we're also sponsored today by the fantastic manscaped.com. If you're buying stuff on manscaped.com, use the code NOBLASTERS20. That's the word No Blasters, all one word, and the number 20. No Blasters 20 for 20% off and free shipping. I am talking about Navy SEAL style pube removal. This is like, you need a pube taken out, SEAL Team 6, i.e. manscaped.com, right? So, hope that's not too confusing for you. Now, what I would say is, if you needed a product that will safely remove pubes from your intimate areas in the dark, underwater, and potentially where there's nowhere to plug in any electricity, don't worry. Get your Manscaped Lawnmower 5.0 out and fucking zip it, right? It'll keep your skin totally safe because of the skin safe technology. I also highly recommend the ball wipes and the ball deodorant. Now, on their own advertising, sometimes when they're talking about the ball wipes, they're like, great for dating. So maybe you're jumping into one wee place, shall we say, one wee hidey hole, and then you don't have time maybe for a full shower and a full what's the word, deglaze, right?
Gentleman's wash.
So you go,
Oh, jammy doogie.
you go you go
Call me Doogie.
you go around it with a ball wipe. Here, I'm not saying this is what I would do. I'm saying this is what you can do. Do you know what it is? You have the products. You know, people say luck is preparation meeting opportunity. Well, a clean bag is just a dirty bag meeting a ball wipe. All right, so you put it together. It's your imagination. Listen, manscaped.com. No Blasters 20% off and free shipping. We love them. They love us. Would you like a bun?
Not right now.
Not right now, but after this,
I'll
absolutely.
be honest with you. Do you know what I've had this morning? A plum.
Oh, here.
So I'm so, and they were great. It was great. I got
Your
it.
stools will be nice and
I
loose.
got it in Lisburn.
Oh, loose stool Bartlett.
I
That's
got-
him.
A lot of stools be loose after I step up off them. The screws.
Can I
Self-deprecation.
can I just say as well, I normally fall asleep to rain sounds, but I could listen to you saying jammy doogie. It's very soothing.
Yeah, there is something.
I think if you
nice
could
in it.
record that and get that on like a sleep app somewhere.
Yeah, just me just talking about that.
Just saying jammy doogie.
Jammy doogie.
Oh, that's soothing, isn't it?
There is
Now-
something nice about it. Yeah.
We love it.
Not arousing at all.
See-
my penis is
see, I'm
shriveled,
honest.
but
Chloe's gonna be away for a couple of days. These
Oh,
ones might be coming
why?
back to the house.
Oh
So,
fuck.
or one of them is.
You home alone?
for 2 days.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, here we go.
Do you know what that's
what
like
a
for me?
schedule that is.
you know what
I'm
that's
That's a
like
good
for me?
time to have a loose stool.
Oh,
You know what I mean? You
very
gotta.
nice.
There's nothing better. You see a free house and having a 40-minute shite. It's like what a day. I dream of that.
If mine's loose, there's no way I'm in there for 40 minutes.
Oh no, if mine's loose, I've been there for even more than 40 minutes.
I would say if I have to take my time when it's more of the
Solid.
of the cement
Like
variety.
a brick.
Yeah.
Like I don't have big dreams, but my big dream is that there'll be 2 toilets in a house that I live in one day, just so I can have an uninterrupted shite. That is the dream.
Do you know what I believe the true dream is?
What?
Each having basically your own,
Bathroom?
like
Oh, yeah.
we're like, so I tend to just hover around our ensuite. I make
I like the idea that you're there all day.
I was gonna say I do
making
make
the dinner in the ensuite. You
I
know?
do make that sound as if, like, you know, when we're watching TV, Chloe's downstairs and I'm just
Loitering.
hanging about. Yeah, but I mostly use her. Chloe uses the other bathroom. And then do you know what we have that I love? We have a wee bog under the stairs downstairs.
yeah.
And it's just a wee bog and a sink. But I love in there.
Those are fun, man.
What do you mean you love in there?
Yeah.
It's very
You Harry Potter under the fucking
Mate,
stairs?
and it's a wee bit Harry Pottery.
Right.
It's so we haven't really overly decorated the house since we moved in. I say we, Chloe, right? So she does all that, right? I seriously, it's like complete role reversal in our house. I'm standing there going, I wonder if I have enough vegetables to make a good soup. And
You're busy cleaning the toilet in the ensuite?
Chloe's. Oh, I never clean it.
Jesus.
I'll pebble dash it, like. But there's a. It's a great wee bog. It's very it's warm in there. It's cozy.
Warmer after you're done.
And sorry, and that room has been decorated, so it's lovely. Like
It's not that Harry Potter.
it's singing. It's singing in there.
Oh, lovely.
I'll tell you what, see if you do happen to sing in there, great acoustics.
That's great.
Genuinely.
You really love
I need to
this,
do that
man.
to cover
love
the
it.
sound of your shiting
It's
as well.
great watching a video in it because it feels like the cinema.
Yeah.
It's small,
That's what you
great
want from
sound.
your toilet, isn't it?
Here, imagine
Cinematic
imagine going
experience.
into his downstairs loo and sitting and just playing him saying Jammy Doogie. Oh, you
Lord
go
of
in,
the
you
Rings
slip into a coma.
Unreal. So here, much going on comedy wise. Is that a what is that? Is that a real top?
Take a guess.
It looks like a Spider-Man sponsored
It is
Atletico Madrid top.
It's exactly that.
Did Spider-Man really sponsor
In
that?
the year, I believe, 2002, 2003, whenever Spider-Man 2 was coming out.
Oh, like Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
We watched did we talk about this on the last pod? We watched the sorry, here's false there.
Oh, he's heard it a million times now.
Watch the Tobey Maguire trilogy.
We're just
there
happy
a
enough to
couple
hear you
weeks
talking
ago.
about shitting, and then as soon as
I
you
know,
bring up
yeah.
Spider-Man, it's like, oh, for
He's
fuck's
like,
sake.
get back to your shits, Kieran. Back to the Duke. So we watched the Tobey Maguire's.
No.
The first two I'll take. That third one. Do you know
that
what?
third
I
one.
have
What about
talked
him?
this.
I know you have.
I'm not even getting into
I've
it.
even heard it. I
It's
think,
so
at some
shite.
point.
I haven't seen two. I've only seen one.
That's all I'm saying. Oh, fuck off.
West Side Story.
Now take on this. Oh.
I went to
Spider-Man.
Emerald Park last week, the Irish theme park, formerly Tato
Yeah, it
Park.
used to be Tato
Right
Park.
now, is this the one that's down south?
It is, yeah.
Why have they changed the name of it? Is it because of Tato
I
Wars?
think Tato.
It's Tato Wars.
No, it's not Tato Wars.
No, Tato were sponsoring it.
I think
and
Tato
they've
pulled out of the sponsorship.
Oh,
think
it's
they-
not like Tato owned.
Not
No,
anymore.
no. It was sponsored by
It
Tato
was
for a long
sponsored,
time.
Yeah. And it was
Right.
called Tato.
Was it
Park.
good?
You get sponsored? No Blasters Park. Oh, imagine.
Jammy Doogie Park.
Jammy, yeah. R.I.P. Dog.
Dougie's
Doogie's goodies. You have that. We can get
I
over for
wonder,
free.
or is the Emerald sponsoring it? You know, the old
No,
the now defunct Chinese on the Dublin Road.
He's so
Remember, she
great.
used to be like, "What?" every time you went up. It's like, can I have a curry half? Yes.
My memory of that was just people would leave Stiff Kitten and walk to the Emerald.
If getting our Auntie Annie's.
Oh,
back in
the
the day.
Annie's, yeah, that was a good time.
It was a stinking
I hate
Chinese.
Joe, I used to get. I feel like spiritually I was more of an Auntie Annie's person. The amount of times I was brought to Stiff Kitten by other
Never
people.
liked Stiff Kitten,
I hated
never.
it. I hated in there. Do you know what I did like though? They did shots of Colo Cubes, which is a wee drink that I enjoy. I used to enjoy. You know, it tastes like Frosties, like the
Oh, yeah.
the sweets, not the cereal.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You sitting
What was
I
that?
was going to say, you just sitting in your downstairs toilet with a bottle
Just
of that.
fucking wrecking.
You know
Colo
what?
Cubes.
That's a fun way to spend while Chloe's away. You in the downstairs toilet, just shitting continuously with plums
Just-
and some cola cubes.
Do you know where I got the plums out of Evans's farm shop? In
Oh, I
Lisburn?
know it.
That's
Oh,
a
it's
that's a
good old spot.
It's just off Longstone, there, where Longstone becomes the Moira Road.
It would be, yes,
Yeah.
it would be the Moira Road. Maybe the Ballinderry Road. I think it's the Moira Road, though. though.
More, yeah. I like it. Yeah.
This bird.
Represent.
Do you know you can't do that in Lisburn because it's got no nightlife.
Oh no, it doesn't. Well,
Does it not
depends
have
where you
one?
go.
No, hold on. There's Higgs bars. Not a bar in the.
Yeah, I briefly ran a gig in there. Do you
Ha
remember?
ha Higgs.
Ha ha Higgs. I've up
Yeah.
all night thinking that.
Yeah.
It's fucking off. Do you know I looked at the room with a giant pillar between the
There's a
audience and the
pillar.
stage and went,
I remember that.
ideal.
That's the one.
Ideal. This is it.
I remember the pillar.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's funny.
Oh.
It was quite annoying to get parked in Lisburn as well for anything like that. Because I see when something's on a hill, I like to be parked right outside it.
It's on Chapel Hill, if anybody knows where that is.
You mean so you can get down the hill easier or up the hill easier?
Either.
Okay.
I don't want to.
You want to park parallel to the door, so you're never going up or down.
I just want to. Yeah. Do you know where's a hellish place for this? If you're trying to go to that Nando's in Derry, because it's on that.
That's a.
Oh, no,
yeah.
You know the one I'm on
Yeah.
about. It's literally. Mate, they've actually built a Nando's on a Nazi salute. That's what they've done there.
They've hidden it.
You know as
Like-
well, Daly's in
It's
Oma.
fucking-
If you're ever doing Daly's, same fucking thing. It's like this is like
Oh,
awful hill.
so annoying.
Double yellows.
Mate,
boys,
see
that's what
Oma
I do.
generally, like here, I'm sorry, lads. Sorry, Dan. As a town, there's very little in it
Is Dan
for
from
me.
Oma?
Yeah.
And lives in Lisburn.
Yeah.
Fuck, you've had a hard life.
Yeah, that is. That's a hard.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I mean,
You know things are bad when Dungannon would be an upgrade. You know what I mean?
I was gonna say he's planning to retire to Ballymoney. Like, you know what I mean? It's like
Malile.
it's fucking. See that. There's very little in it for me. That's what I would say. They don't offer a lot of parking in places where I need to go in Oma.
Massive car park
At Daly's.
at the Ulster bus, which is like a 3-minute walk away.
That's far too far, and you know
damn.
it.
Come on, now.
with a guitar and my weight, that's a 7-minute walk.
We
I don't like that. I don't like
we
that.
don't have the resource time for that.
I don't. Yeah. Do you know? I did. I always remember that gig we did. So years ago when we all did the Ulster Hall together, then we also did like a repeat of that gig. I think the same lineup or very similar lineup in the Silver Birch in
Yeah.
in Oma, and I was accosted. So this woman sat in the front row, and would not fuck up and would not be told to fuck up, and she was extremely annoying, and was one of them ones, you know, like the sort of heckler where old Kieran Bartlett would have literally gone, I'm prepared to ruin everyone's night
Yeah.
because you're a cunt.
Yeah.
Right?
And that guy still creeps up now and again.
He's in here.
That guy lives in there.
He's under me.
He's
if
a
you know what I mean.
yeah.
Under this.
He's
Sad of wholesome.
He's under the metaphorical stairs having a shit.
Oh,
but
mate,
he's ready to come out at any
He's
time.
in there. He's in there taking a dump. He's got a fucking packet of Frosties in one hand, bottle of Colour Cubes in the other. Going,
Yeah.
oh, fuck,
And a
man.
mouthful of
This
jammy
could go one
doogie.
way or another. It's either going to be
Plumb
sweet.
up his hole.
It's either going to be sweet and sugary, or it's going to be in fucking black.
Yeah.
Right now, anyway, she wouldn't fuck up, and then had the fucking audacity. After I ran there a few times, and then after had the audacity to come over to me. I was packing my guitar up. I was going home at halftime that night, and I was packing. Very disrespectful to the other comedians, but whatever. And I it was around Christmas
Do
time.
you think it is though?
No.
No, see, I don't think leaving is disrespectful, but I think if all the comedians get up and leave when somebody goes on the stage, it's disrespectful.
Yes.
So sorry, define that then.
So
What
it's
do you
like
think?
being there, or not being there is fine, but being there and being like, I'm not fucking watching him, that's rude.
Yes. I know what you mean.
You know,
I get the halftime in that gig. I pack my shit and go home.
yeah. Or
No
you're
bother.
headlining, you arrive at halftime, and that's fine. I have no problem
But
with that.
like, you know, I'm sitting there all night. You go on and I go, fuck this guy.
I'm
That's
way out of the
where-
room and
that's
wait for
where-
smoke as soon as he comes
and
on.
I'll come back maybe when he's
Yes.
off.
If you're actually, it's also fine if you just go, I'm not going into that fucking room till I'm on stage.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's whenever they go, I'll watch him, but I'm not watching him. And
Yeah,
that's,
yeah.
that's rude.
Yeah, yeah.
Because also, I think the audience sees you leave and
Yeah,
goes,
they do.
this guy must be shite.
It
You know?
takes I think anything like that potentially takes audience away from watching somebody's a bit rare. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
But no, I think not
I'm
being
sure
there,
I've done.
no.
I'm sure I've done it at some point. Like,
Oh,
like
we've
a,
all
like,
done it.
like a fanny.
And
like.
then it's only when it happens to you, you go, oh, that is shitty.
Yeah. I think with this particular, in this instance, this woman had the audacity to come over to me while I was rapping my guitar and go, I want a word with you. And I was like,
Oh, that's always
I was
good.
like, you haven't fucked up on it. I've talked to you all night. Will you fuck off? Like,
Why is a West Belfast
I'm-
Millie and Oma?
I don't
more
know.
than anything?
I don't know.
She moved there from Lisburn.
I couldn't fucking deal with it. And I remember the two doormen were standing there, like literally pissing themselves laughing. Like, and I was standing talking to Gaddis, and when she goes, Like, we're stand chatting, I'm packing the guitar, and we're like, oh, and she goes, I want to worry, and Gavin goes, right, see you later, mate, and just left, right? And the two doormen are standing there, and she goes, you mate, and I literally went, I'll be honest with you, I don't really care what you think,
Aye.
right? And the two doormen are pissing themselves, and then she started going, you fucking, and and one of them just went, you just saw him going, oh fuck, I have to do something about this now, and he just fucking trailed her out.
Yeah.
And I was like, please don't leave her in that car park. I literally said to the other one, I'm like, can you stay there? Because if she comes near my car, I'm gonna have to
run her over.
I'm gonna have to run her over to go home. Yeah. And that
That would
you know
take the
what?
shine off the gig if you're arrested in a hit and run. You know.
Sorry, Dan. Sorry, people of Oma. I will say this: I love playing dailies. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I've
yeah.
never had a
Connor
bad time in Daily.
It's a great-
Daily's great crack.
I did.
Did you?
I think so I had two bad times in dailies, and I wouldn't even say they were. You know, whenever we always talk about have you eaten shit or bombed or fucking died or whatever, I didn't totally die, but I didn't do great. These were like early dailies days for me. This was like the first two times I did it. One of the times I went down, and I just probably wasn't very good. I haven't been gigging much. And then the other one was a night where I don't know what was on, but there was something else on in the town, and there was basically just fucking hardly anyone in.
Right, and that was unusual back. Like it used to be Daily.
It used to
would
just
have always
it's still
sold
now,
out.
it's
Yeah,
just
but
fucking rammed. This
it was
like,
one of the rare comedy clubs in the country that did that. That
it
sold
was
it every month.
It was like there was definitely. I know on the way down I got stuck in the middle of a march, and then also it was a roasting hot sort of evening.
Yeah.
And as you drove in, you just knew everybody's getting blocked and having barbecues and whatever. Like so, it just wasn't a big crowd, and it was sort of shit. And there's a couple of drives that I hate to do for a shit gig. Oma is one of them.
It's a long way to
if you drive there and have a shit gig, that's a hard drive back.
Portaferry's not a fun drive.
Portaferry,
No.
you go.
And it's
you
always lashing when you do Portaferry.
go,
for some reason.
you go to Portaferry. The building's allegedly on fire. You drive back knowing that you have to go on tour in England the next morning. I mean, are you on the phone with Smartens? Maybe.
That was some crack, that gig when we did it. Remember the guy backstage, you're going to be finished by about 9? You're like, well, I'm like,
What venue?
You're going to be finished at exactly 9:20. I will be if you put me on stage and stop taking fucking ages.
Where was this? Can you say?
Portaferry.
No, but where?
the only gig that is in
yeah.
Portaferry.
Do you know what? I did it the other month opening for Dane. It was lovely.
Oh,
Here,
to be fair,
we were having a great
It
time.
is lovely. It is.
See,
I've
since
always
we put
enjoyed
the
it.
special, the giant special out, people have finally gone, oh fuck, that was the end of that story. Cheers, mate. Because I was in the last bit when the fire happened.
That mysterious Portaferry aquarium fire.
I hate, whenever before I know. Well, actually, I don't know what the rules are because loads of places don't do this when they bring you on immediately following a fire announcement.
The only
What
there
is
does
that?
that.
Do you know what? We're gonna murder the vibe here.
Yeah.
Guys, if you find yourself in a situation where you're gonna have to put out flames on your children's backs,
Yeah.
and now Kieran Bartlett.
Yeah. Give it up for your support act on
What are the
Butler.
rules about this? Because I've been to loads of venues that don't do that,
And they also do a raffle like midway through the interval and stuff as
And
well.
here-
and you can't compete with a raffle.
know
Like
what?
everybody has a good time at a raffle.
I'm all for a raffle, right?
I know you.
but do it on fucking time.
Paddy raffle
Do
here.
it on fucking time.
Paddy raffle.
That's great. That's
very good.
Like seriously, do it on time though. Like one thing I loathe, right, is when I'm doing say a tour show, the show's fucking almost every night. You know this. Doors are at 7.
Yeah.
Show at 8. I'm on at 8:30. That's the fucking.
Yeah.
Easy.
You open an act,
See
10-minute break straight
See
into
whenever
it. Yeah.
someone comes into the room and goes, well, it's 10 to 8 now, so listen, we'll probably start about a quarter, or was it probably starting about a quarter of an hour? And you go, why don't we just start at 8, seeing as that's what we've said everywhere?
Yeah.
It just gives us a couple more minutes, and you go,
To do what?
Gotta clear the bar,
it's not
mate.
2 minutes to 8 now. It's 10 to 8. Start clearing it now.
Gotta clear the bar.
I know.
mate. AKA, let's make more money
I know,
for the last 10 minutes.
AKA, it's not really a bar, and we don't have a license, but sure, buy this book. Buy this raffle ticket, and you get a pint.
I have all that. Yeah.
All that. See all that. See, because do you know what? That lowers my faith in their ability to do something on time.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I go, if you're prepared to be that much of a fanny that you won't just fill out a fucking license application form and wait on it. Do you know what I mean?
We did a gig one time in Sligo. It was me, Roland Linsky, Robbie McShane, and I think Luke McGibbon. And
Shaggers.
yeah, here. Do you know what?
I'm sure the post got murdered in Sligo.
Oh, it
that
definitely
night.
did because we were staying at my then wife's parents' house. So I mean, obviously, you know, I was like, lads, bring all the women you want back
That
here.
ended well, didn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, keep going. There you go.
Oh,
I mean,
That
you know,
was
I'm not undecided. I want everybody to just take in a moment and go, God, he's a bit of a cunt, isn't he? So
well, Aaron, who hurt you? Because it wasn't Alan.
yeah. So we went down. But first of all, we were doing it for like is it the HSE you call or HSC you call there like NHS?
Yeah, like health and social.
Yeah,
care.
whatever it is.
Oh, okay.
So we're doing we never got paid for it in the end because we were getting like 50 quid each, but. I was going to have to register as a limited company in the south to get paid for this. I was like,
fuck
what?
off.
Right?
Fuck
And we
off.
did the gig. First of all, we went in. It was in a hotel, like function room. The music was playing over the PA, and we'd no mic, right? And the lights were up really bright. So then I went, I'm just going to go and talk to the guy that works in the hotel. And I went, could we get a mic? And also, can we dim the lights, turn off the music? He went, oh yeah, no bother. Just nobody had thought to ask him to do that. And then there was going to be no break. I was emceeing, and halfway, I was like, say one act had been on, then me. They brought out the biggest trough of chicken goujons that I've ever seen in my life. And I was like,
It's a great time.
break right now. Like,
who's
we
an
are not
audience
competing
member?
with...
You
like,
can't. You get. See, to be fair, it's very hard. It's hard to compete against music, and it's competing against battered goods.
Yeah. But I mean, like, the Goujon, I'm not exaggerating. It was probably nearly the size of this table, the thing they brought out for the Goujons. And then, like, a giant gravy boat of garlic mayonnaise. And I was like, nobody wants to listen to somebody talk about their dick while they're dipping a Goujon in garlic mayo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but it's like, sometimes you go, why? Do you not think about this?
They don't,
Like,
no, nobody does. They never think of the rules. There's a few rules because
Actually-
there are rules.
of course there are, yeah. But they,
'cause
all
there's
they
no-
have to do is ask.
See with music. See from my experience of doing music gigs, there's very few rules.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? If you got there with an acoustic guitar and there's no PA, you can pretty much still do a gig. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
in a fucking fairly big room, you could still do a gig, right? And also, like, if you got there and somebody goes, "Oh no, I said to you, will you do fucking 20 minutes? But actually, can you do 40?" It's no bother. Or
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
say, "Here, fuck, I wanted you to do 40, but will you do 20?" You don't
Good
give a
card, yeah,
fuck, right?
straightforward.
Yeah.
And those numbers are loose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
You don't have to do
it's
exactly
like,
20
it's like
minutes.
nearly
yeah.
like an at least. Give
Yeah.
us an at least 20. If you do 30, it's fine. Right? Which is the way I still look at comedy. But
You don't say.
but there are-
Speaking
but
of that
there
gig in Higgs, I booked him for 20 and he did an hour
hour,
and
yeah.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm on doing my
Yeah.
my deaf jam comedy.
Playing
stuff.
ocean colour scene, whatever you call him. You know?
Oh my god. Yeah, I just that. But people see the amount of like small. Well, actually, I'm saying small. I'm actually not that small, but like corporate type things where you go to them and there's no sound, or
Oh, it's a
or
disaster.
you've actually asked the question, or you've said somebody goes, "You tell me whatever you need," and I say the same shit. The writer is the same. You know, the tech writer is. I need somewhere to plug my guitar into. I need a fucking mic stand. If it can have a boom arm, great. And I need a mic that works, that fits into that stand.
Well, actually, we've got
I've
this
actually had
wireless
to-
mic
I've
that
actually
you
had
think
to-
you got with a fucking Christmas cracker. It's so light, there's nothing in it. Like, what? How does that even work?
Those ones, the bingo
Yeah,
mics.
yeah.
Oh, jeez. See those ones. See ones that's just the worst ones are the ones that are a mic with a lead attached to it.
Oh,
Do you know that like
yeah,
the
it's not
lead
an
is
aux.
it's not a
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
XLR lead. It's a
Yeah.
fucking headphone lead.
Like from the 90s where you're fucking
and
Walkman.
you have to plug it into a bigger jack, and then in the
The actually, I was
it
thinking as well,
echoes like those old toy mics you got
Yeah.
in the 90s.
and then whenever they don't laugh, they get to hear the punchline again half a second
And
later. It's
whenever you put your mouth near the mic, you get a wee bit of a.
fun. We did another gig. Every time I've gone to Sligo, like, it's been awful, but not because the gig, not because we've done awful.
Is WB Yates connected to Sligo?
He fucking
There's a
he
statue
went,
of him
he went there
standing
for a
like-
fucking weekend one time, and now they've got Yates water.
Went,
like
went,
it's
went,
ridiculous.
went there for a big fucking mod gone wank.
He's buried out there. But also, like, even if you go into the bookshop, it's good to be bookshop in Sligo Library, but when you go in, they've got poetry and then a separate section that's just Yates.
Just Yates.
Like, fuck up.
He's
right?
he's
I mean,
a
it's a
dick.
nice town, but fuck up.
Yeah, Yates.
But
What is there a big hotel in it called the Swan? Am I making that up? Or did I just think it's called that? Is there a thing called the Swan Hotel in Sligo town?
The ultimate researcher behind us here.
He literally just went like this. Yeah. He hates it.
he only knows the hotels in the road between Oma and Lisburn. That's it.
Do you know what's funny? I remember one time we were going down to Sligo like I think I was quite young, like, and 24. No, I was I was like a wee boy, and
Yeah.
my mum was. What did you say?
Like I think I said like a wee boy.
All right, and my mum, my mum, we were driving down, and my mum saw the sign for Sligo, but it says something about W.B. Yeats, and it's like an inkwell with a fucking, it's on a brown sign. It's like Yeats Country or something, and it's like a wee like inkwell with a quill hanging out of it. And my ma goes, followed that sign, going, "We'll get a cup of tea there," and thought it was a cup of tea with steam coming off it, which is fucking unbelievable from her, like classic Ma Bartlett.
That other gig that we did, it was for charity. It's like suicide prevention or something, right? So they got a load of depressed comedians down, right? And literally this is literally true.
I was
right?
gonna say, is it to prevent the suicides
the
of comedians?
MC.
All the death.
The
happening on
MC that
stage.
night was from Sligo, and I'm not joking. I think he was legitimately on the edge. Like, I think he was really depressed because he got up. So first of all, they played a video which was multiple mothers crying about their sons that had committed suicide,
No.
and then he went,
Podcast.
"What?"
Podcast Panther.
But then he went, "I'm just gonna bring your first act on, please welcome Ronan Linsky." Literally 10 seconds after the
those
crying
are-
mother.
Lindsay's like, what about all those dead babies, huh?
There's been a lot of times where I've gone to do charity stuff.
Sorry, I know.
and-
I like to bring it up with good crack.
And no, but I agree though. There's too many times where you go to do a charity thing, and somebody here's the great phrase that you'll get that just murders the vibe. There's been a bit of music on, people are excited to see a comedy. Maybe there's a bit of food on, whatever, and somebody gets up and goes, "Well, we all know why we're here," and I just go, "That's it.
Yep.
See,
It's over.
bye."
Let's remind everyone.
Yep. Do you know what? See if you want to do that. Talk about
gig
it after.
we did
the comedy.
in fucking it was Stiff Kitten.
Don't even talk to me about that.
Did Stiff Kitten do gigs?
That's
No, this was a charity gig.
Do you know that is literally the worst gig?
I
I've
had
ever done.
left by the time you were on. I had another gig or something. I can't remember.
You were on. I think you were on just before me, maybe, or maybe like two. There was two people between you.
Magic George was on before you because I remember it was after Magic George.
After the fucking what do you call him? Oh fuck, I always forget his name. What do you call the wee
Oh,
fuck?
The wee monkey or something?
Norman.
After Norman, yeah.
Norman, the wee ferret that
the
he
wee
has?
ferret, yeah. Yeah, the fucking after the monkey. What was it the monkey of
Truth.
Monkey of Truth.
After Monkey of Truth, I get on and go,
Balloon animals.
well, we've talked about this, but someone's ma basically gets on and starts saying that she's found the Lord and all, and how that they're so grateful that this person who I believed was dead isn't dead. It was very
To
tough.
be clear, the guy didn't fake his death running. He was in the front row, but just you misunderstood the nature of the charity.
I thought we were doing like a repatriation fundraiser.
He broke his legs or something on holiday or something.
Yeah, we were just raising money because he didn't have travel insurance.
Oh,
Which,
that's
to
good.
be fair, people might leave their house for that. I wouldn't have. I'd have had my Sunday night at home.
Yeah.
So there was that. And so I had worked up a, what you might call a rage boner, and went on.
That's not like you.
Went on. I know, here.
You're not me so sedate.
This is the wee guy who's locked under Harry Potter's fucking.
Shite cupboard.
Yeah. So I
You've got a rage boner, Harry.
and so I then I went on and did my. I know I started the gig by going, "I can't believe you're here, you can't," and also cheers, mum, for fucking murdering a comedy vibe. And then I'm like, here, what about this? What's James Brown say? Fucking.
She did get annoyed at me because I pointed out you must have been too busy in another fucking room as usual, right?
I was.
Because I said to him,
No, I refuse
said to
that.
him-
I refuse
He
that.
goes, he goes, Alan's on him, make a move here.
I literally watched everyone.
Well,
that night,
I said to-
because that was part of my
Well,
rage was how
then
long the gig was
why
on
did you
for.
think he was dead then?
I was there for 3 hours.
I saw his ma get really annoyed because I went, "There's fuck all wrong with you. Get up, you cheat, right?" And I can see her going, "What the fuck he say?" You know, she was raging.
Oh mate, that was rough out there. Yeah.
Can't believe you left the room when I came on, Kieran. That's awful.
I did a gig. I did a weird wee gig that Cormac ran in, what do you call that place beside Filthy's?
Liqueur.
liquor
XXX or whatever it was called, wasn't it?
in there.
Yeah, liquor. Yeah, I think it was just called liquor, but they put an XXX on it, so you go, oh, maybe I'll get wanked off in here or something.
Yeah.
You know, and it turns out, no, there's just the smell of cum, but nobody was coming.
It did smell of cum, didn't it?
Do you remember though? Then the same way felt these for years. They're like, eventually they went, "Well, burn some incense, get rid of this shite smell."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cummy McStinkins.
You were like,
so
"Oh, it's like mass in here, lovely."
so
Fingered at mass.
somebody write down Cummy McStinkins. It's the best thing I've said in weeks. No, anyway, so I I remember being in there, and I did a bit about that gig because it was only about 4 or 5 days later. And it sort of did okay. And I went, yeah, this will kill. And then the next week, I went to Lavery's. This is just the timeline of these events. Went to Lavery's, did a bit about that gig, had a fucking screamer. Was like, and I had a wee bit about, it was around the time when Nolan had lost a lot of weight. And I was doing a bit about how, like, I can't wait until he's fat again, right?
Yeah, you predicted that one.
I know, but it was like a...
We've first done that
It
multiple
was
times. Like,
based on me being like, because I can't be the fattest guy in Belfast, etc. Right, and this was very self-deprecating, and people in Lavery's loved it. And then I went to Filthy's the very next night, and that was the night that Dave was at a wedding. He was MC, and he arrived to the gig in a 3-piece suit, like, and then he goes, "Here, I didn't know you were going." I was just started watch. Pugs. Why? What did I say?
You said liqueur, I think you were talking.
you said filthies.
Sorry.
Pugs.
So I did the awful gig, did the stinkins, right, and then did Lavers, and then this is the next night. So about a week.
Yeah.
About a week.
And you just went down to watch?
He was there. I just went to watch.
Oh, well, I definitely wasn't on then
Right.
because you wouldn't have come down to watch me.
I just went to watch.
Bastard.
I'm fucking.
That's why he was like, Irwin's
I
not
know,
on.
yeah.
Well,
I'll finally get to see
and
some
then
good comedy
I
now.
drop in for 5. He's like, oh, for fuck's sake, I need to leave now.
Just way in the bog on the
Scooching
stairs.
past
So
people, just-
I went down. Dave goes, "Here, mate, would you ever just MC the second half? Just like fucking so I can go back to this wedding." And I went, right.
so weird.
And I went, no problem. And mate, see that I did like less than 5 minutes. He was there flat. That was fucking brutal.
It was that brutal that Shane was on next, and to get the audience back on side, Shane
sang
made the whole room sing Band-Aid, Save the World. Just
Was it Christmas time?
it was around November
I
or whatever.
think it was like yeah.
But
it was
the only thing he could do to just get the vibe out.
I had to bring William on, right? And Shane was headlining, and I had to bring William on. And I know that I literally just I tried to do a bit of banter. Somebody was sitting up close with their phone out, gave them shit. They hated it. Everyone that was with that person hated it. Then I say to these 2 older ones, "Ha ha, you're a bit old." Gave them a bit of shit. He loved it. She hated it. Said some of these 2 guys sitting here, they fucking hated it. And I just went, "William,
Yep.
William's here." Hand him the mic. And I remember
That's like an Oscars host.
it was so
William
bad.
Thompson's here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, it was so bad. And I just literally, it was like the worst gig ever. And I had 2 absolute howlers, probably in a space. It must have only been a week or 2 weeks between them. And then I took a wee break for a while because it was
That's how bad that was.
That was
Like,
it was that bad.
drove
And
you out.
I'd never really died that way ever.
Yeah,
like it had never
yeah.
been like complete like we fucking hate you, die cunt sort of death.
That's for the first 2 years of my comedy.
See, but I never like I never really experienced that. Like when I was
Yeah.
starting, it was always okay. Like even if I was shit, no, but even if I was shit, it was still decent.
But even if you were shit, it was because it was a shit gig. Like it was a shit night.
No, genuinely, because it would be like I would have always done all right. Like never.
was your base,
People
yeah.
used to go like, "Oh, well, you know, have you died?" And I'd be literally going, and other comedians would be going, "Yeah, fuck this," and I would always be going, "Not really, not like that." And then when it hit me twice, you know, and like,
You went, oh, this is what.
and I
Yeah.
went, "All right, well, this is yeah," and it totally changed my
See,
attitude
it's
to it.
went
But
the other way now, where everybody thinks they died all the time, and you're like,
Yeah.
you didn't die. Like dying is they
do
hate
you know
you.
who the worst for that is Willie? Willie'll have a fucking.
He got stand up bass in the Ulster Hall. And he was like, "I was all right."
I know, yeah, he'll have a fucking complete screamer and be like,
It's like, don't get me wrong, I think it's good to have high expectations and all that, but like, a true death is like everybody's doing well and they fucking
Yeah.
hate you.
Do you know
That's
what though?
A death. you
I've
know.
started to at least even see that there's a funny side in that too.
Of course there is.
Which I never used. Like
But it's because you now have the confidence to go, this, like,
This'll
th-
pass.
early on you
Yeah.
go, oh, I'm shit. Like, I must
Yeah.
be shit. And now you go, well, I've made enough people laugh that this is just an awful night.
Yeah.
And that's fun.
well, that time, I remember getting back to our table, which was like I was sitting in the audience as well. I literally just
Watching
went,
the comedians, were you?
I just remember saying to Chloe, I went, I need to get the fuck out of here. And she was like, but William and Shane are I was like, I'm leaving, so you can come
you
with
can
me.
get on the gravy train.
Yeah. Oh, you can't.
Or you can stay in pugs.
Yeah, you can stay.
Sweetie.
Yeah.
I have a toilet
See,
in
the
a
way you
cupboard
said
under
that,
the stairs waiting
Have
on
I
me.
talked about this? That our Kevin overheard. Oh, have I talked about this? About our Kevin over just the way you went, sweetie, right? Our Kevin overheard a conversation. This is a couple of years back now, but this was. Do you know what? This was in the sort of lockdown times. When you were sort of allowed out, but not overly.
Yeah.
We lived beside each other. So the back garden that we had was like one big garden, if you know what I mean, and like, there was a road then on the other side of the hedge. This is all unimportant, but basically, walking on the other side of that hedge one day was like a dad and a daughter, and the daughter was like, I mean, obviously quite young, like 6 or 7, like because that comes out in the story, and she was talking about, she was like, Daddy, have I talked about this? Daddy. And fucking some wee cunt was bullying her, right? see if you say bullying, you deserve it. It's bullying, all right. Now anyway, right? So hot take. Right?
Oh, I say bullying.
I know,
Fuck.
no, just fucking
Protestants.
curb stomp, right? Now,
I deserve not to be watched by you.
so I don't know where this is coming from.
This is my new favorite bit.
I know.
See, next time we're doing a gig, I'm going to watch you like a fucking hawk. I don't care if you're in the green room in Lavery's. I'm going to get a telescope that goes around the fucking corner.
So he hears this wee girl going, Daddy, fucking, and it's probably, you know what kids are like now. They all have rare wee names and all. So it's probably like, Daddy. I'm trying to think of a rare wee girl's name. What's a rare?
Dolores.
wee girl? No, like
That's an old
that's
woman's
it.
name.
That's it. Yeah.
But they're all back.
When you say Dolores, I think of Whoopi Goldberg and Sister Act.
Oh,
India.
Yeah. India.
India.
India's bullying me, right? That's well played, right?
I feel awful, actually. That's my dad's girlfriend's daughter's name. I don't mean her. I've really fucked this
Oh, it's
now.
personal.
Oh, the family.
Oh, do you know what's
issues
good as
now.
well? Do you know what's good? Her brother-in-law watches this, so that's good. That's good.
good.
Hello.
Shout out to India.
Yeah.
So,
But the country just...
I was going to say
Everything, yep.
great nation and culture, but anyway.
Namaste.
Right, so maybe Elizabeth, right? Elizabeth's bullying me, right?
Oh, the Queen now.
Imogen or
Imogen.
If you're not Welsh, that's not acceptable.
Or here's another one, Heather. Have you ever? I'll be honest with you.
Oh, poor Heather Anderson.
I know poor Heather Anderson. She'll knock you out.
terrible.
Well,
Seen her right hook.
You thought Tyrone
Knocking
punching
your
you was
hole.
bad?
let's say comedians aside.
Right.
Have you ever?
Can
met,
I also say dad's girlfriend's daughter aside?
Yeah. Have you ever met a Heather who wasn't a Walt?
I have a friend called Heather. It's a very nice
Actually,
person.
I have several friends called Heather, and they're all nice.
Yeah.
Heather is a name to me that is like someone that you ring up in an estate agent who's very incompetent.
Okay.
Very
What? You know what's happened here? He's rang an estate agent once.
Fastidious.
And the girl was called Heather, and now he's like, all Heathers are fucking
do you know
dicks.
like a combo of fastidiousness in terms of like, oh, I'm on the phone all the fucking time,
Yeah.
but I'm terrible at what I'm meant to be doing.
Yeah.
That awful combo of confidence and incompetence.
And they're all called Heather.
And a lot here. I've met a few Heathers who need fucking trimmed now. Anyway, right?
Right.
No, like the plant. That's a
Manscaped,
plant.
20% off.
I know, yeah.
That's-
Down on Heather's. Fucking- You're like, right, are you a Heather? Get those knickers off. Did I say
Right.
what bush you're working with? I'm Kieran Bartlett. Where's your toilet? Jammy Doogie. La 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 la.
Sorry, la 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 la. Is that your technique?
Well,
Why are you doing
that's him
vocal
singing.
warm-ups on a vagina? What's going
That's
on?
what you do.
You've changed. What is
La 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 la.
It could mean anything. It could mean Oh, we love them. They love us. Manscaped.
Heather and Sneed.
Right,
but
listen,
trimmed.
listen.
No, Emerald
so-
Park was good.
So.
Emerald Park was good.
So.
I know you're probably longing for me talking about that gig, sad gig
know,
in
yeah.
Sligo now. Lift the mood a wee bit.
Oh, Portaferry. That was mad.
So he overhears this wee girl going, Daddy, fucking Heather's bullying me, right? And then he heard this.
See
and,
Heather's.
and this made me want to bully the dad, because the dad goes, well, do you know what you say to her next time you see her? And of course, Kev's ears prick up, because he's hoping that this guy, it's going to be like, here, Heather, if you fuck with me again, I'll bite your teeth out. Or, Heather, I'm gonna make you eat your own toenails, you wee cunt,
Yeah.
right?
I
Something.
mean, she's 6 or 7.
Yeah,
If he's
do you know
telling
what
her
I mean?
that, that's...
Yeah, but see, I remember. I'm not saying that I was taught to swear, but if it was ever here, if somebody's ever gonna say this is what you say, and it was usually pretty fucking withering, like, you know what I mean?
You need trimmed.
You know,
fucking...
yeah. I will fucking clip you like an overgrown twat, right? Like something, like you need.
La 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 la.
Yeah. I'll turn you into a jammy doogie, we can't right now.
Which is weird 'cause they hadn't been invented yet.
I know, yeah. So it would have been, but these were the sort. You know, I will claw hammer you. Do you know what I mean? You'd get told something scary. You know what I mean? I'll take a hurl to the back of your legs. Something
Here
awful.
has too casual a relationship with violence. We're all very like.
Here, desensitized at a young age. We're going to get to Beverly
He's a
Hills Cop in a
GTA
minute
kid.
now.
Yeah.
But this is what he heard. He goes, well, if she says anything to you between now and the end of the school year, you just look her in the eye and say, I'll see you in year 3, pop it. No.
No, hold on, was that pop it or
Pop it.
Oh, not
Pop
puppet.
it. Pop it.
Pop it.
Yeah.
He needs...
Twist it.
He yeah. That's unbelievable.
Bang it.
Dang it. Fucking...
Twirl it. What is
Claw
it?
hammer it.
Shake it. I can't remember what else to do.
I
never owned one.
It's a fucking annoying game.
Yeah,
right
it is.
there. Yeah.
I like it.
You would. La 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 la. La 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 la.
It's not a fucking rare thing. He deserves bullied.
Pop it.
I know. I'll see you in year 3. Pop it. Or Kevin phoned me about that. And we lived next door.
But hold on. Like, what is the... You go, you will.
He was
That's how school works.
He's like, nobody's... Yeah, exactly. Mate, it's
I'm going to
the
see
worst.
everybody in year 3.
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll see you in year 3, pop it, unless your parents move to another school district. Darling, like, fuck up.
Also, what relevance is Pop It? The wee
I
chocolate
don't know.
sweets?
I know.
I've heard people say pop it, like, but not here. Like,
Do,
it's a very
do you
English
know
thing.
the only person I've ever heard say that is Mrs. Doubtfire. Hello, Puppet.
That's right,
That's
yeah.
it. That's it. I think he should have told her something more violent, shouldn't he?
Well,
what
I
do you-
mean,
what
what
do
do
you
you mean
tell a
more
6 or
violent? Like,
7-year-old?
well, I'll remove your fucking eyeballs and feed them to you. What do you mean?
Maybe you don't need to go full fucking Pacino with it, like, you know what I mean? You
Yeah,
don't
maybe
teach her to
not.
go, you
Give-
stupid fucking cunt.
Give her a
Idiot.
stone cold stunner. I don't know.
But
some-
like, you know, I'll knock your block off.
There you go. That's nice and... Yeah, that's good.
I'll punch your soul out. I don't know, something like,
that
you know
goes-
what I mean?
I was...
got him as fucking Hadouken.
I know, yeah, you know
A
what I mean?
6-year-old being like,
Yo,
I will
yeah.
punch your soul out. Are you fucking the other
Your
child?
brother's soul is mine. Oh, I love that.
That's
from
the kind of
Mortal
child that
Kombat.
should live under the stairs in the toilet. Like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
They're gonna
A
punch
wee,
your
a, wee,
soul.
a wee soul collector under the fucking bog.
I wonder what they're doing now.
In the broom bog. Yeah. No, but do you
I'm
know
now
what
picturing tribute sung by a 6-year-old girl and goes, or I'll punch your soul.
But you know what I mean? Like, what? I hate that. I hate that.
Kids
the-
difficult, mate.
I know, that's why.
I know. I mean, none of us have kids. We're a wee bit like, fucking
Exactly.
smug about
Because
it.
they're
Like,
difficult. That's why we don't have them. We're not.
Here, there's
he doesn't
kids-
watch me. He's not going to watch kids.
I'll be honest with you. One thing that I think.
Makes no sense at all.
No, like, you just want to look after them is what I'm saying.
One thing.
How does
I
it
know.
relate to you?
I know I don't. Because I may or may not have walked out on Alan Irwin's set. I'm
Because
an
apparently,
the furthest
No.
thing away from a
negligent
kid.
father.
because apparently 5 minutes for me is too much. 18 years with a child is definitely going to be too
Alright,
much.
okay,
But
yeah,
this is the
Come
thing.
on, make the link. I shouldn't have to
See,
do
when
it
we-
was a hard link
See
to make.
like, because kids are difficult, right?
Yeah.
But
But.
surely one of the upsides is getting to
What, kick
to
the
ta-
fuck out of the
no,
other
is,
children?
is to teach those wee lessons though.
Right.
That's bound to be an upside where you go here, fucking thicken your skin and claw their skin off.
You want to be like a sensei to your kid.
Mate, I already feel like I am. I'm in sensei mode. I'm just waiting for the right student. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
You looked at Alan there and you
I know.
said that. Just waiting for the right
Come on, then, I'm
shit.
doing these bonsai trees. I'll teach you how to kick. You know what I mean? So here, obviously England are out of the Euros, and
Well, the Euros is finished by
Euros
the time
is
this
over,
goes.
and
Congratulations to
Spain,
Spain for
yeah.
bringing home the victory. If they haven't
Save-
won by
save
now,
us
it's
as
going to
age.
be really
See,
bad.
I think we can all agree whoever's what's not England.
So the day that we're recording this is the day that England are playing the Netherlands, or Holland, as they've always been known to me.
Well, do you know, I did
know
a
that
gig
it
the
is-
other
it's
week, and
different,
a guy in the audience. I was opening for Dave in Armagh, and I went, anybody in like from further afield? And he went, the Netherlands, and then I said Holland. He went, it's not called Holland, right? And I went,
Is Holland part of the Netherlands?
yes, and then
Right.
I went, what? And he goes, are you over here on holiday or what? And he goes, no, I live here. And I went, why do you give a fuck then? You like it so much you left.
I know.
Yeah.
where are you living? That's what I would have said to him. Where do you live?
Yeah.
And see what his answer is and go, it's not called that, you wee dick.
Yeah.
'Cause no matter
Gallon
what-
or something.
No matter what he says is wrong.
Exactly.
If he says Northern Ireland, he's wrong. If he says the north of Ireland, he's wrong. If he says Ireland, he's wrong.
You've got him by the ballocks
know what I
there.
mean?
Like.
Hibernia, he's wrong.
But yeah.
It turns out he came over with the Romans. Like,
Yeah. I love that. Fuck him.
But Euro's been shite.
Euros have been.
I haven't
mostly
seen a
shit.
ball kicked, genuinely. I
They've
just
been-
didn't get it. I don't really like international football that
They're-
much.
Neither do I, to be fair. I love the World Cup, though. The Euros feels like the sad, poor cousin.
Like the
of
understudy, like, yeah.
Yeah, it's shit. I have a few theories on why it's shit.
Go
I
on.
think football, right? This is a... Dan's wet for this, right?
Don't give me that image.
There's
Here, Joel help with that. A ball wipe from Manscaped.
Oh, yeah, dry it right up.
there's potentially I wouldn't even call this a hot take. It's a lukewarm take.
Okay.
Because this is like something that people say, but I actually have started to believe this. I think football is losing its personality, and I think that I think the players aren't as good at football, and I think they're better athletes.
They're
I'm
fitter,
not-
but not necessarily
Not
better
as good
football.
at football. I don't think there's as much good. My big bugbear is I need people to stop playing Guardiola ball. Like every team splitting their centre backs for a goal kick. I know we did it against the Man United Legends, Dan. 100% pass accuracy.
We had to.
All passes under 10 yards. Now,
How many passes did you do, though?
oh, I'd say between 10 and 20
Oh,
passes.
fuck,
I probably
I was
did.
waiting on like 4.
There was a lot of goal kicks that day. Yeah, because they had a lot of shots.
They had a lot of goals.
Yeah, they scored 4. But I do believe that. But then I also think that the players, I think there must be some player fatigue going on.
There has to be.
Of course
they
there
always
is, yeah.
fucked out there, isn't it?
Too many teams. This is a theory I have. Is that too many? See, because of like the Europa Conference League as well.
Yeah.
Too many teams are playing 60-game seasons now.
Yeah.
So
And most of them are going to be internationals,
and
you know.
yeah, they're all international players, but they're from like I think that like that's why some of the lesser countries have actually performed well at the Euros, like Georgia.
Switzerland?
I don't know that they're a lesser country. Like,
Yeah, I wouldn't say Switzerland's
Switzerland have got
league's
through
not
the-
brilliant, but they've a couple of good teams.
They've,
Like,
they've got
Team
but,
Dignitas.
but they've got good players.
killers.
Loads of their players play in Germany. You know
I appreciated that.
Thank you.
what Team Dignitas?
They're
Yeah,
killers.
they're
Oh,
killers.
very good,
Yeah,
very good.
Yeah, sure we're doing it.
Fuck it.
If you can't get a laugh, you just want very
Just
good.
an acknowledgement.
So there's the youth team and the euthanasia team.
Hey,
Yes.
no, they play for China.
They're-
As we
right.
say,
Yeah.
China's under 18s.
Sure, we're
So
all
it's
good.
Butler's favourite website now. The
Chinese under 18. Fuck's sake. You did me there, you wee
He
so
did,
I
he
did
did,
have
like-
two footage, which
go.
is
Yeah.
also.
And you know, of all the people that you really need to make a cunt out of today, it's me.
Yeah.
You know, why do you go for him? He's been nice.
this is the way I deal with conflict, Alan. Butler and I have a healthy exchange of jibes.
Oh, and then you want me to join in and
You've jibed me, and I'll go home and cry about it. So,
And his
Why
wife's
do-
not even in the house. to
and
help.
she's not even there. Fuck's sake.
Well, my wife's not in my
Joe, I'm
house
gonna be
either. What the fuck do you want?
Hang on.
You know what I mean? Oh, boo-hoo. Fuck's sake. Yours is back in 2 days, for fuck's sake.
That's like that. You know that fucking gif of the guy just going past the camera. Oh my god.
She'll come home soon, Alan, don't worry.
Jesus.
She'll be back.
She'll be back.
If she knows what's good
See,
for
to be
her.
fair, at this stage now that we're both seeing other people and I'm living in my dad's, it would be weird if she came to my house, I have to say.
God has a plan.
Fuck me. Oh, it's all very dark. Anyway, so
Any gigs?
this is my theory. I think the Euros will be won.
Oh, here's the stick part.
I'm moving
here.
things around,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. The
I
shot.
actually
Somebody
have
with a
this-
blue door.
I have this weird feeling that England are going to beat Holland tonight. And I think that Spain will
It's
do
not
them.
called
I
Holland.
know.
It's called-
Spain will beat England in like a
8-0.
shitty. No, I think it'll be like a shitty, drab game. But
All
it'll,
of England's games have
but,
been
but
shit.
it'll
They've been
be
fucking
but I
diabolical.
think
Well,
Spain-
from sure I hear.
I think it'll be like 2-0 in the final to Spain. I don't think England will score against them. Yeah, because I think won't Carvajal be back? They have another one that'll be back. Yeah.
Listen, more.
I hear. Did you see? So I don't know the story today, but did you see the fucking photographer slide tackling Murata?
No.
Murata might be out of the final. He twisted his knee or something. Which, like, a photographer fucking did him. They won, and all the photographers are running over, and he slips and 2 foots him. Oh, was it? Oh, right. Sorry. They said Lineker told me it was a And
That's a very bad thing to say about photographers. Obviously, they'd never harm anybody in a European country. You know, Diana.
Oh, Jesus, Alan. Irwin, you are
these links are seamless. Like, you know what I
terribly,
mean?
man.
Here, look, I love a tortured metaphor, all right? That's my
Yep.
favourite thing.
Yep.
You'd see more of them if you stayed in the room to watch.
Yeah, this is what you're missing out on, what you never see.
Do you know what I do?
I have no idea, to be honest.
Do you know what
but,
do you know what I definitely do? I definitely do this.
Stay too
I
far
sh-
from the mic.
I should what?
Stay too far from the mic. That is wonderful.
I definitely can't. I definitely. The audio listeners love it.
But they
it
don't,
keeps them on. It keeps them
that's
on their
it.
toes. Oh, is there something wrong with my device? No, it's Kieran Bartlett's neck. Now
Yeah.
the what was I even on about?
We're talking about
Murata being killed.
No,
by a
no.
photographer,
After I
but
was
he
about.
a steward.
Oh, you wee dick.
And then I said, Diana, and then I said about tortured metaphors. And
Diana,
then-
yes, I know something that I definitely do. I definitely, if I'm headlining or whatever, I definitely show up late.
That's fine.
I do that now. I didn't used to do that. I used to go and sit for the whole gig.
Oh, right, okay. So you show up during the break or whatever?
I'll try and get
That's
there at
okay.
half time now. Yeah.
Depends on the gig as well. Like, if it's close to your house, it's different. Like,
Yeah.
But, like, if you have to drive to fucking...
I love
you know,
arriving at half time and just sort of MC and me, and that's it.
Now, the only disadvantage of that is that you
You
don't
might say stuff that's
you don't
been-
see what's happened on
Yeah.
the night.
You,
so
you have
might
to be very
regret it.
careful with crowd work if you're not there for the
Yeah.
whole gig, you know.
Yeah.
So,
If you want to get up and like do the same crowd work, it's weird then, you know.
but also an extra half an hour on your sofa.
It's good.
Can't argue it. Like,
good.
Can't
think all the plums you could eat in half an
An
hour.
an extra 20 minutes in the downstairs bog. You know what I mean? Watching clips of England getting beat.
So
So
it's not
Like a
coming
cacophony
home.
of noise.
before we wrap, I mean wrap up. I don't. Again, that can also be misconstrued. I'm not talking about doing any rap music, and I'm also not talking about putting on winter clothes, right?
Or any presents.
Or any sort of cellophane or anything like that. Yeah.
Oh,
So-
I'd love to have rapped.
Before we finish,
Yeah.
and again, I'm not talking about jizzing here. I'm
Gonna bone
Or the
fight
Finnish
or,
people.
or some sort of biting the teeth out of children's heads. I'm not talking about that either. Before this ends,
Yeah.
and again, I'm not talking about the end of the world.
the world.
So listen, anything that you just want to plug comedy wise that you have coming up or
When's this out?
next week?
Well, hopefully by then my solo show should be on sale.
What?
Alright, brilliant.
What? Big news drop
Big news.
there.
Obviously, you'll not come to see it. But like, so
When's it on?
29th of September.
What's all the
I
details? Tell us.
won't come to see it
Yeah.
because that's my first day off all week. Is that a Sunday night?
Sunday night.
I'm doing
in
the Opera House that week.
Sunflower. It'll be on sale now. Alan Irwin, grow up.
Wow. Look at that.
Grow up
man.
and watch me, for fuck's sake.
You've grown up.
I'm telling you.
See
And
if I-
obviously,
See
my
if I'm not all
podcast.
comedied out or literally in County Kerry.
you're not welcome.
I'll come.
And I have two podcasts, Stupid Sexy Podcast if you like The Simpsons, The Worst There Was if you like wrestling.
What's the Simpsons one? You haven't. I haven't
Me and
heard of
Heather
it.
have had one for 3 years.
Advertising.
But obviously,
better, Alan.
yeah, you don't watch
To be
me
fair-
and you don't like Heather. So, you know what I mean?
The
That's-
worst guy right
Yeah.
here today.
Sorry, what's the format of the Simpsons?
The format, so we did
Go
all,
through
you know,
an
everybody
episode?
goes like Simpsons is shite now, right? But nobody's
I-
actually seen it.
I have done that, and then I watched it very recently. I watched an episode and went, "This is way funnier," and I remember. at the
Well,
end.
so that's what we're watching all the ones that like people are like that's shite, but nobody's seen them.
Right,
So we're
right.
doing. So at the minute we're about 4 episodes left of season 27.
wow,
So yeah,
mental.
and then me and Ronan Esky review bad wrestling on The Worst There Was as well.
Look at that.
I love watching shite things.
Yeah.
Simpsons,
Speaking of shite
Simpsons
things,
is
Alan
weird.
Irwin grew up 29th of September.
Simpsons, where's it on sale?
It'll be on Eventbrite.
Eventbrite.
Mm-hmm.
So, but if you type in Alan Irwin grow up,
It'll come up, and it'll also be on my Instagram
On
and stuff. You know,
socials.
yeah.
link in the description here. Yes, great times. Butler.
Guys, get your tickets at Phantom of the Opera House.
Oh,
With
here,
one
yeah.
Kieran Bartlett,
It's
huh?
gracious
Hey,
bastard.
look at that, huh? I fuck all the sale.
unbelievable.
So do that, and yeah.
It'll be very good, but I'm not going on principle. Got to return the favor.
No, you're fair. Yeah,
I have a room for you, but there's just a wee curtain.
I thought you give me a wee box and then I could pull a curtain there and be like,
Yeah.
to be
get the free
fair,
drink.
behind the Phantom's mask, is that
Here.
face?
Yeah, it is super. You actually think I have a mask on? This is what the fuck is that?
Unbelievable.
Christine be like, ah.
Oh, one more thing to plug. I think I'm going to shave my head tonight, so this is the last time you'll see me with
Now
hair.
hold on. When you say that,
Take
I
you
thought it was
by-
already.
I mean, totally.
take you about 8 seconds. It's like, it's a-
Here, look. I normally get a number one.
it's like
all
me
over,
going here, guys. I'm getting big here tonight. Will you see me?
Fuck off,
That's
right?
mental.
Anyway, it's time. No hair at all. I know I'm
What do
basically
you mean
don't have
no
any-
hair at all? There's
What
no
is
hair
that?
there, Alan.
That is short hair, but it is hair.
This is mental.
Alan, just tilt your head down to the camera just so they can see what you're shaving off. Oh, what,
I
that'll
don't
be...
like that the guys on the cameras laughed.
I'll
I don't like that.
What a transformation.
I'll miss that when it's gone.
I can't picture what that's going to look
This
like.
is going to be like, you know, like a really shit stars in your eyes where you go, hey, they just put fucking glasses on them, that's it.
Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be exactly the fucking same.
By the way, just while you're on stars in your eyes, if you have TikTok, go look up TikTok clips of old kids' stars in their eyes. That they used to
Jesus.
do. No, sorry, that didn't mean so pedo-ways it did. But what I mean is, they used to do a kids series of stars in their eyes in 2003.
Juniors.
hosted by Juniors, that's what it was. Some of the clips from that are unbelievable
Right.
right now. Oh, dude, I'll show you some.
I'll also recommend look up Greek stars in your eyes, the blonde woman doing Stevie Wonder. Fuck
Oh
me.
Jesus! Oh yeah.
Obviously she blacks up, obviously.
But here,
also the
she's
worst
also
bit is
Stevie Wonder, so
Yeah.
she didn't know.
Yeah, the worst
Let's
bit.
be honest.
The worst bit.
That's fucking.
The worst bit of the whole thing is
You have to be fair though.
Imagine going to be like Stevie Wonder or Ray Charles or something, and part of Stars in Their Eyes is they actually blind you.
Well, speaking of
Do you know
which,
what I mean?
right?
Or like any singer that has any sort of.
She comes
Ailment,
out
yeah.
from behind you all through the smoke and all, and then a stagehand comes and helps her down the stairs to the piano because she's blind.
Oh my god, that's fucking incredible.
And then like she feels around off the keyboards. I will say though, part-time lover, fucking sensational.
Oh, she kills it.
It's a great Stevie Wonder. Like, it's a really good Stevie
It's almost
Wonder.
worth letting her do the blackface for.
Almost.
It's like
this was the thing about the UK Stars in Their Eyes was
Nobody blacked up.
no, they did.
they definitely did.
A guy did. One of the guys who won it was Nat King Cole, but he was white. But this was the thing; they had no issue with you doing like racial transformation.
Yeah.
But a man couldn't be a woman, and a woman couldn't be a man. On it.
Obviously,
That
Greek.
was
You
it.
see,
That was the
blonde
rule.
woman becomes Stevie Wonder.
But in
That was the rule on it.
in 2024, it'd be the opposite now.
I know, yeah,
You
yeah.
could be fine to do the whole woman man thing, and now it's.
And now you can't black up anymore?
No, you can't black up.
I identify as Lady Gaga.
It'd be weird though if you blacked up, but like you
Imagine
weren't playing a black singer. You were
I was
like you
gonna
were
say-
doing Freddie Mercury, but you blacked up.
What would happen if I went for the double and became Lizzo? Here, that's a.
I don't think you'd be feeling good as hell. I'm telling you. I give
yeah.
We need the rap.
Ultra hot December.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah.
I'm ready. Or is there another Stars in Their Eyes coming?
Don't know.
Oh
Lizzo.
shit, you heard it here first. Don't know Lizzo. Oh Jesus.
You also have some minor scandals following you around
No.
these days.
This is deep Lizzo knowledge. I only
that is,
vaguely
yeah.
know that one.
I quite like
Blame
Lizzo,
it on my
yeah.
juice.
Obviously
Yeah.
not the bad thing she did, but
Yeah. Yeah, I quite like Lizzo apart from all the scandals. Anyway,
Too bad like you, apart from not watching.
check out Alan's show, Grow Up. It's on sale now. You can get it on socials, links in the description. Butler's a good guy. He doesn't have anything to sell. He mentioned it though. Get tickets. Come see me in the Opera House. It's gonna be sensational. Show's coming together vaguely, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for being here, lads. Great time.
Cheers.
Oh, love.